What's up, what's up, what's up? I just got back from Tennessee and I have been itching to actually get in the gym because the last week I have just been doing like gym workouts and tumbling and fun stuff like that. So I'm a little sore, but the day I get back into the gym, I always like to do a really intense workout just to get my mind back in the game, my body back in the game. That's what I'm going to film for you guys today because all of you have been asking me for my favorite leg and glute exercises. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite exercises that I do. It sucks, but it's so good. It burns, it challenges your cardiovascular system, it's gonna build and tone your legs and glutes at the same time while shredding away that fat, so it's gonna be a little bit of a HIIT workout. Yeah, so I also like when I do these workouts, if I'm not pushing myself to the point where I want to stop, I know I'm not pushing myself hard enough. So I have like, imagine that little devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other saying, you can do it, you can do it. Oh, I'm dying, I can't do this. So if I'm not battling, wanting to stop, I know I can push myself further. And that's kind of the way I approach all of my workouts, because I think working out is not just about the physical aspect of it, it's about the mental aspect of it, because it translates into so much more into your life. So yeah, I just talked really fast, I think because I just took my pre-workout, so I'm like, okay, let's go. But yeah, so I will get back to you in a minute, and let's go! So starting off with this workout, I typically like to walk to get my heart rate up or to get my blood flowing, especially if I know I'm a little bit more sore or I'm lacking motivation. Just getting into the gym and getting your heart rate up or doing an exercise to get that blood flow going will oftentimes lead you to a better workout. It gets those endorphins going and it really sets you up for a good workout. I don't always run or I don't always jog, but it is something I've incorporated into my routine lately, especially now that it's summer and it gets that sweat going, and I really just like to prepare myself to have the best workout possible. I typically run a half a mile. A 5-minute warm-up is going to be just as good. This is also a good time to add in sprint intervals before your workout. It's better at fat mobilization, so it's going to prepare you to oxidize fat into your workout. So that's just my personal preference. I always do HIIT before I do weight training. So let's get on to the workout. To start off this leg day, you are going to start off with 10 single leg Romanian deadlifts right into 10 levers. I've been doing this since college. It is still a staple in my routine. It is an amazing tool to fire up that posterior chain, those hamstrings, and those glutes. It also will help prevent injury. If you have lower back problems, you're really going to want to focus in on pulling that stomach into that lower back to help support that back of yours. The worst thing you can do when you're working out is have lowering back pain, so make sure you are supporting and bracing your stomach to help prevent that lower back from hurting. Also, sometimes levers can be tricky to balance, so one of the tricks you can use is, you'll see me point at my toe, is pushing the ball of your foot down into the floor to help further balance. As you can see, I lost my balance there. So I was telling you to push your big toe down into the ground, and that'll help stabilize you and find your balance just a little bit better. After you've done 2 sets of 10 Romanian deadlifts and levers, you're going to go right into a duck squat hold, going back and forth, really opening up those hip flexors. This really is just going to allow you to have a lot more mobility and a lot more range of motion when you go to lift your legs. It's also going to warm up and stretch those hip flexors a little bit more, especially if you have some pain as you lift. I also like to go side by side with a weight to really help deepen the stretch. The stretch seriously feels so good, you guys. If you lack range of motion, that's totally okay. The more you practice, the better you will get at it. Then you're going to go right into tornado twist. This is just going to open up your thoracic chain a lot more. I like to do full body stretching just right before I lift, just to get my body feeling loose and ready to go. Let the workout begin. begin. So to start off, you are going to start off with 15 pulse lunges, making sure your knee is tracking directly over your second and third toe. A lot of times if you have knee problems, it's because your knee is caving in. So you most definitely want to make sure that your knee is going directly over those toes, making sure your stomach is pulling in tight to help support that lower back, and then going quick, short range of motions. This is really going to intensify the burn. And with no break, you are directly going to go into reverse lunges. Yes, I said no break. You want to spike the heart rate. You want to make it challenging so you can do it. I believe in you. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You're going to do 3 sets of the pulse lunges right into the reverse lunges. This is also going to engage your core muscles a little bit more by lifting that knee up. If you are more beginner, you do not need to use the box to go off of. You can do another set of reverse lunges on the ground, which will perfectly work the muscles just as good. The point is to challenge your body as much as possible at your level. Everyone is at a little bit different pace, and that is completely a-okay. We all start from somewhere, right? Next, you are going to be performing a stiff leg deadlift. These are by far one of my favorite glute exercises and hamstring exercises. They are a killer. One of the things I notice is people kind of doing them incorrectly. If you have pain, really focus on your technique. It makes all the difference. Make sure your head is looking out in front of you and not pulling up. That will put extra stress on your spine. Also, if you pull with your back, you are going to get back pain. The only movement is through your hips, sitting your hips back as far as possible and keeping your back straight. You totally guessed it. You are going to go right into box shuffle jumps for 30 seconds without a break. Yes, without a break. You want it to be back to back to really spike that heart rate. That is the whole goal of a HIIT workout. It's going to be tough. You're going to be gasping for air. Your muscles are going to be screaming at you, but it is entirely worth it. Be mentally strong, be physically strong, and you will be so happy you pushed through. And you are finally on your last superset. You are going to do Sumo Squats to Romanian Deadlift. This is another one of my favorites. Make sure the movement is happening through your hips and your back is staying straight and you're pulling your stomach into your back. As you do the Sumo Squat, make sure your knees are tracking over your second and third toe. Most oftentimes, if you have knee pain, the knees caving in is a culprit. As I showed just here, keep them pressed out so that you really engage those glutes, and you're going to pulse until failure or 10 reps. As always, I mention your knees caving in, so make sure they're over your second and third toe. This is going to superset with the Sumo Squat Romanian Deadlift. Make sure there is tension on the bands at all time. This is my favorite band to use. It's called the hip circle. I will link it below. Again, do not let your knees cave in. You will not fire your glutes this way. This exercise burns if done correctly. You are going to go a minute or until failure, and then you are done. I also like to add toe taps at the end when I know I'm really struggling. I do about 10 to 15 on each side. It seriously kills. It looks so simple, but my glutes were on fire. Again, make sure your knee does not cave in or you won't fire your glutes properly. We are now finished with the high intensity portion, and we are now going to go into more isolation glute exercises. This is glute abductions. Yes, I look silly. Yes, it looks bizarre sitting up like this, but it is the best way for me to fire my glutes, and it's completely individual. I recommend playing around with your position. If you can't feel your glutes, there's a position that'll work specifically for you. But what you're going to do here is you're going to do a drop set. So you're going to do 10 to 15 reps at one weight, drop the weight stack, and repeat 10 to 15 reps all the way down until minimal weight. To finish off abductions, when you feel like you can't go any further, you are going to sit on the edge of your seat and you are going to pulse for as long as you can, thinking about keeping your knees pulling back as far as possible while pulsing. I just want to forewarn you guys on the pulsing and after this drop set, you're going to feel like your butt's cramping, and that's what you want. You hate it, but you love it. I would recommend doing 1 to 3 drop sets. And we are almost finally done. Your last exercise is going to be side leg press. I end every workout pretty much with a side leg press. I like to do heavier weight depending on how hard my workout was. I will go lighter. And if you notice, I'm playing around with my foot positions, just like I mentioned on the abduction machine. Sometimes you need to play with your foot movement to really fire those glutes and figure out what position is going to engage them the best. Typically, the higher the foot, the more hammy and glute focused it's going to be. The lower the foot, the more quad and glute focused it's going to be. It just kind of depends the angle that you're sitting at. So really play around with it, and you can really feel a difference of where it targets when you change your footing. And you are going to do back-to-back exercises with this. So you're going to do 25 on your left leg, you're going to turn around, and you're going to do 25 on your right leg. You're going to do that 2 times in a row, and you are done. Give yourself a pat on the back and congratulate yourself. Okay, so recap of the workout. The 3 main supersets that you're going to do back-to-back are going to spike your heart rate. You want to push yourself to do them back-to-back, so no rest at all in between. It's rough. It's hard, but you can do it. So whenever I feel like I can't go any further, I kind of take the pain I'm feeling and I shove it in the back of my brain. I take a deep breath and I push through. You have the mindset that you're not done until all the numbers are complete. The more you do it, the better your cardiovascular endurance will get, and that's the main goal. Don't get hard on yourself if you can't do the back-to-back sets without a major break. It's okay. So then the next time you shoot for that workout, try to have a smaller break as well. And then you're gonna go on to do the isolation workouts. Really pay attention to your muscles on these. Slow and controlled, they're gonna burn. Don't use speed. I see a lot of times on those exercises, people try to go as fast as they can, thinking they're getting a lot of reps done. I'd rather you do smaller reps, less numbers, and really slow it down and really engage those muscles, because if you don't feel those muscles engage, you're really not gonna have any substantial growth or improvement from there. Anything else I'm trying to remember? Oh, look at this. I just got Jamba Juice. Why do I always spill on my white clothes? Like every freaking time, I don't get it. Let me know how you like this workout or anything you guys want. Again, like this YouTube channel is for you. It's not for me. So let me know what you guys like. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know how I can improve, because we all know this YouTube thing is not my gig gig. This YouTube thing is not my gig yet. But that's okay. We all start from somewhere, right? Last but not least, if you like the video, I guess you're supposed to give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe, like, and follow my other channels. My Instagram is probably my biggest platform, where I show lots of ideas and workouts and some motivation. And then my Twitter, you get to see a little different side of me. That's where my sassiness comes out, and then my Snapchat as well. So all of those have different forms of motivation, so make sure you check those out as well. And have an awesome week, and let's kill it.